what you want to do.
Kindness. It's what we're taught to value since childhood. Be kind, be generous, be forgiving. But the older you get, the more you realize kindness alone won't save you. In a world built on power, kindness without boundaries becomes self-destruction. Niccolo Machiavelli understood this 500 years ago. He wrote The Prince not to praise cruelty, but to reveal how the world truly works behind masks of morality and virtue. And what he found still applies today. You can be good, but if you're only good, you'll be used, drained, and forgotten. So let's uncover 4 hidden truths Machiavelli left behind, lessons the modern world hides because they're uncomfortable but real. Truth 1. Uncontrolled kindness becomes weakness. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." Most people misread that as cruelty, but what he meant was this: love is fragile when it isn't balanced by respect. When people only love you for your kindness, they'll love you only when it benefits them. But when they fear losing your respect, when they know your boundaries, that's when your kindness earns weight. Kindness without control invites manipulation. People test limits. They take more than you offer. And slowly, you begin to disappear. The world rewards strength disguised as kindness, not kindness that begs for approval. Because the truth is, when kindness costs your peace, it's not kindness anymore. It's weakness wearing a halo. Truth 2. Generosity is a trap. Machiavelli warned rulers, a prince must guard against being too generous, for generosity brings ruin. When you give endlessly, you create dependence, not loyalty. People start expecting your help, not respecting your effort. In your life, think of how many times you've given too much, your time, your energy, your care, only to be met with silence or betrayal. That's not your fault. It's human nature to take advantage of those who never say no. Generosity without discipline destroys both giver and receiver, because what's freely given is rarely valued. The strong give wisely, not endlessly. They help without losing balance. They understand real generosity is not giving everything, it's giving without being emptied. Truth 3. Appearances matter more than intentions. This is Machiavelli's most brutal truth. Men judge more by the eye than by the hand, for everyone can see, but few can feel. He meant that the world doesn't reward who you truly are. It rewards who you appear to be. You may have the best intentions, the purest heart, but if you look unsure, soft, or hesitant, the world will treat you accordingly. Power is perception, and perception shapes reality. That doesn't mean you must become fake. It means you must learn presentation, how to project strength even when you feel doubt. Because when you appear powerful, people hesitate to cross you, and hesitation is half of control. So remember, silence can be power, composure can be power, and knowing when to speak, that's ultimate power. Truth 4. Morality is a luxury of the powerful. Machiavelli observed something most people refuse to admit, that morality is often a privilege reserved for those already in control. He wrote, "A prince must learn how not to be good, and use this knowledge when necessary." Harsh words, but look deeper. He wasn't promoting evil. He was describing survival. Because those who are too pure for strategy will always be ruled by those who aren't. If you're kind but naive, you'll become a tool for someone else's ambition. If you're generous but afraid to say no, you'll attract those who only take. And if you're moral but powerless, your ideals will be buried by those who play dirtier. Machiavelli's truth is this: the good must learn power, not to dominate, but to defend, because the world doesn't respect purity without strength. So what does all this mean for you, here and now? It means keep your kindness, but guard it. Lead with empathy, but backed by wisdom. Forgive, but never forget. Give, but know your limits. Be good, but not easy. Because in the real world, kindness without power invites pain. But kindness with strength changes everything. The man who can be kind and powerful, merciful yet feared, gentle but unbreakable, that man commands respect without asking for it. That's Machiavelli's hidden truth. And it's the one lesson society doesn't want you to learn. Because the moment you realize your goodness means nothing without strength, you stop being a follower. You stop being used. You stop being the victim of your own kindness. So the next time someone mistakes your silence for weakness, remember, you're not soft, you're patient, you're strategic, and you understand what Machiavelli taught long ago. Kindness won't save you. Power will. And the wise know how to hold both.